Hello. Welcome to the Snapshot presentation. I hope you're all ready for this. So let's hop right into that, shall we? Firstly, who or what is my greatest educational influence? I think that would pretty much be every member of my immediate family. You know, siblings, parents, people like that. As far as their level of education goes, it's quite varying. A few siblings didn't finish high school. A few graduated. Uh, my parents, one went to college and the other didn't. And one of my brothers is currently enrolled, like I am. All of them, or at least the ones who haven't been to college, are the ones in specific who have been influences about college. Because, to be quite frank, it seems like they live pretty unpleasantly for the most part. It's a bit hard to be a person working in today's world without some sort of college education, after all. They work either from home, one is a musician, or just restaurants like some of the other ones, except the one that is in college. It's not something I would like to be involved with. Me, personally, from what I've learned from most of them, it's that it's better off just going to college and having some sort of experience than absolutely none and trying to make it that way. It seems terribly inconvenient, and I don't like to be inconvenienced more than not. I suppose that could also count as a bit of inspiration as well. I really would rather not be in a situation like them. It's unpleasant to imagine. Alright. Secondly, what kind of educational experience do I have? I went to public school. Or at least I think it was a public school. I'm not quite sure. Most of my life I went to public school. But the high school I graduated from was a charter school. I'm not sure if that's any different from a public school, however. I feel as though it might be, however. Either way, most of my life was spent in public school, so I'm just going to go with that. As far as what enabled my educational success, I think it was my outside studying of art in all kinds of ways, since currently I'm a bit of an art student. It's something I liked so much that I decided to follow it even when I wasn't in, art class or something of the sort. It's fun, really. Next is the greatest challenge to my educational success. I think that would be a lack of motivation. I mean, it's not that I'm not motivated per se. It's just that I find it a bit hard to really get into trying hard at times. For reasons that I'd rather not get into. It's a bit embarrassing to admit so freely and suddenly. I think the most successful educational experience is, the most successful educational experience that I've had would be just graduating, honestly. it was really hard because the few times before I was able to graduate, I had been sent to summer school because I had essentially just failed and somehow needed to move on to the next grade. So when I finally graduated, it did feel like quite a feat, but it took a lot of trying hard in high school to, muster up the motivation to continue doing work and learning and the likes. It was a bit hard to keep up considering that. Next, my fears about starting college. Honestly, I think that would be something along the lines of finding a major that I like. I mean, art is nice and all. It's something I'm really passionate about. But at the same time, for my entire life, I've been drawing. And people have always been telling me I should go to college to draw. But that puts me in a situation where it's all I've ever focused on in my life. And what if I wanted to try something else? I feel a bit afraid of knowing everything about art, but then going for something that has nothing to do with it. Which is something I've considered, but what else is there for me to do now that I've dedicated so much time to drawing? Lastly, 3 things that would, problem solving strategies and the like that I could, use to avoid distractions and the like in class. For me, I think that would be getting a bit more self-control so I don't lose motivation so quickly. Then perhaps reaching out more, as I'm a bit reluctant to speak to people, anxiety and whatnot. And that makes for difficult interactions with teachers, as I really just don't want to reach out at all. And actually studying, because I didn't do a lot of that in high school, and I think that kind of shows in my inability to not get summer school all that time, which was really just a problem. It's something I should probably get in the habit of doing, and I have been for the most part, but just keeping the motivation to do it. Well, that's it. I think I'll bring that to an end. Thank you for watching.